All right, let's talk about manifestation, but probably not in the way you're used to hearing about it. So, for just a second, forget about the vision boards, forget about just wishful thinking. We're going to break down a really practical, science backed method for closing that gap between the life you have right now and the one you know you could be living.
Does this sound familiar? For so many of us, manifestation has been sold as this kind of magical shortcut. You hope, you say the affirmations, you wait, and then more often than not, you're just left wondering, why isn't anything changing? And man, that can be so frustrating. This whole feeling of performing optimism while secretly feeling stuck, it's a really common thing, but it's not the whole picture.
Okay, so let's just reframe this whole idea. What if manifestation isn't about asking the universe for stuff? What if it's actually identity training? The core idea here is that you don't get the life you want, you become the person who lives that life, and then your reality starts to shift around that. It's all about becoming, not just wanting.
So first things first, let's really get a handle on this tension that, let's be honest, most of us feel inside. It's this gap between the person we are right now and the person we can just feel we have the potential to become. So on one side, you've got your current self. Maybe you're caught in those cycles of waiting and hoping and wishing. And then on the other side, there's that future self, the one who's confident and decisive and just totally aligned. We tell ourselves that once we get the money or the relationship or the job, then we'll finally feel like that person. But that's exactly where we get it all backward. So that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? If just waiting around for your circumstances to change doesn't actually work, then what does? How do you build a bridge from who you are right now to who you really want to be? And here it is. This is the paradox, but it's also the absolute key. You have to start embodying that future self now. You have to start thinking, feeling, and acting like that person before you see any of the external proof. You become her first, and then your reality starts to catch up to your new identity.
Okay, but how in the world do you actually do that without feeling like you're just pretending? Well, the tool we're going to focus on is surprisingly simple, but it's incredibly powerful. Writing. And I mean old school, pen to paper writing, because it has this unique ability to literally rewire your brain. You see, the physical act of writing something down has this really profound effect on your brain. It stops those automatic, negative thought loops in their tracks. It forces your attention to focus, and it literally starts to condition new emotional responses in your body. You're basically priming your brain to see opportunities it used to just filter out, and you're getting your nervous system comfortable with a whole new version of you. And I really want you to get this part because it's so important. This is not some kind of magic. It is straight up neuroscience. It's a concept called selective attention filtering. Basically, your brain is wired to find evidence for whatever you focus on. So by repeatedly writing down your new reality, you're actually training your brain to go out and scan for proof that it's already happening. Okay, so you get the why. Now let's get into the how. We're going to use a really practical structure for this identity training. It's a method known as the 369 ritual, and it gives you a simple, consistent framework to practice becoming this new person every single day. The rhythm is super straightforward. You pick one clear intention, and you write it out by hand. You do it 3 times right when you wake up, 6 times sometime in the afternoon, and then 9 times right before you go to sleep. And you do this consistently, every day for about 33 or 45 days, to really give that new identity time to set in. Now the trick here, and this is crucial, is that you have to phrase your intention as if it's already true. So for example, not, I want to be confident, but I trust my intuition and make decisions with confidence. See the difference? You're not wishing for something in the future. You are declaring your reality right now. So let me be really clear about this. The point of all this repetition isn't to convince the universe of anything. It's to convince your own nervous system. You are literally normalizing the identity of the person who lives this new reality. The more familiar it feels, the less your own mind and body are going to fight you on it. But wait, there's one more layer to this, and honestly, it's probably the most important part. This is the missing piece that makes this whole practice actually work, where so many others just fall flat. Because let's be real for a second. Have you ever tried to write an affirmation like, I am wealthy, while you're staring at a bank account that says the exact opposite? That feeling, that little bit of, I'm just lying to myself cringe, that is the exact reason most people give up. And look, that feeling, it's not you failing. It's just biology. Your nervous system is hardwired for survival, and survival means sticking to what's familiar, even if what's familiar kind of sucks. It rejects the new identity because it's unknown, and unknown feels unsafe.
So to get past this, you have to give it some proof.
And here's exactly how you provide that proof. After each writing session, you're going to add 2 quick prompts. The first one is, because this is already my reality, today this anchors your affirmation in something real, something tangible you did. The second prompt is, the woman who lives this way. And that helps you define and really connect with the qualities of this future self. This is what turns it from just writing words into a powerful rehearsal for a new way of being.
So when you put all this together, you can see how it works on every level. At the cognitive level, you're rewriting those old, automatic thought patterns. At the emotional level, you're calming down your nervous system and making this new reality feel safe and familiar. And then at the identity level, you are actively defining and stepping into a whole new version of yourself.
Okay, we've covered the why and the how, so let's put it all together. Here is exactly how you can put this into action, like right now, with a super simple guide. Here's your starter kit. Step 1, pick one clear affirmation that really truly resonates with you. Step 2, commit to that 3-6-9 daily writing schedule. Step 3, and this one is non-negotiable, add that embodiment layer after every single session. And finally, step 4, just stay with it. There are going to be days where you feel resistance. That resistance is the work. It's a good sign. It means change is actually happening.
Because at the end of the day, this whole practice shifts the entire goal. It's not about wishing or hoping or waiting for a different life to just be handed to you. It's about the deliberate, daily work of becoming the person who lives that life with ease, naturally. It's about writing a new version of yourself into being one day at a time.